Ramona coming back at you. Okay, like, ugh, yeah. These are some crazy things that have happened to me. Okay, let me get there. So, just recently, you guys already know, I've always got diet on my mind. So, like, there's something that I was trying out. It's like this new diet, which ultimately, like, didn't even follow through all the way. But it was the potato diet, right? I was gonna do the potato diet. It was gonna be so awesome. And then I was like, because I spent so much time off of YouTube, I'm like, I'm gonna come back to YouTube and I'm gonna be like 30 pounds lighter. Yeah! They're gonna be like, ooh, oh, wow, girl, wow, you kick ass. Yes, you do. You know, but that didn't happen, so. Okay, so I'm not that one where I can just sit there and eat like one type of kind of potato. I need like different kinds of recipes. So I was online just trying to look up all these different kinds of recipes. So I did like mashed potatoes, then I also did I did like Indian style potatoes with like I had put sage in it. Like there's just like crazy seasonings that I would put in all these things, which I would happen to have because like I don't know, I like seasonings. And anyway, so okay, so the thing is that I can't have oil in them. So I came across people trying to make French fries out of potatoes that you can do right in the microwave, right? So I actually went ahead and I did a batch. I did vinegar, salt and vinegar. It came out pretty awesome. They came out pretty good. I'm like, well, yeah, like that's all right. Let's kick it up a notch. Let's kick it up a notch. I can deal with this. Give me some French fries. I did the French fries too, but I'm like, give me some potato chips, and I'm good. I can sit there all day, all night, eat some potato chips, right? So I saw this guy, right, and he taught us how to make barbecue potato chips. Now, for him, he was deep frying it, but like, what's the difference if I put them in the microwave, right? So some of the seasonings were paprika, chili powder, garlic, salt, just a whole bunch of business in there, right? And it did. The seasonings taste actually like barbecue. I'm like, what? This is how they make barbecue chicken? Okay. So what I decided to do is, so I mixed all the seasoning, the dry seasonings in there. Then I took my potato slices, right, and I put it on both sides, and then I put it on paper towel for the microwave. I put it on right on the microwave plate, but with a paper towel there. And then I put them all down. So, but I was getting sick and tired of doing, because obviously you can only make so much, like you can only make so much potato chips in one hit, with, you know what I mean, with one batch. So that would take about, seriously, like 12 minutes for every single time. You had to stand there and like, oh, it felt like I was doing it for hours and hours. Like, I'm like, So with this one, I kept on like bumping it up, like, oh, this one, it's supposed to be 3 minutes, then take them out, turn them over, another 3 minutes, another 3 minutes, another 3 minutes, right? I'm like, this is crazy. So I decided to, like, every single time I made them, I would bump it up an extra minute. So instead of 3 minutes, I put 4 minutes, then 5 minutes. So one time I'm like, what's the difference? I'll just dry it out completely on one side. So one time I actually left them in there for like 12 minutes, because that's how much it takes for the entire process, right? So they were in the microwave for 12 minutes, right? And I'm sitting there, and I don't even pay attention. Like, I'm not like, I don't know, I kind of smell it, but not really. So I go into the kitchen just to go check on them, and I'm like, it's still running, right? And I'm like, oh, it smells, it's like a little much. It smelled kind of powerful. Like, then I saw that like a little bit of smoke was coming out of the microwave. It happened so fast, I can't even really remember, but I remember it like being kind of panicky before I even saw the mess, you know? So I opened the microwave, and Like, I swear to God, all the smoke came out. But here's the thing, like, I put in, when I put the chili pepper and the paprika, when that stuff carries on smoke, it gets into your lungs, it gets into your nose, everything gets in there, right? And I'm like, I'm not even joking. Like, I wasn't even scared because I was just, I didn't have enough time to be scared. All I was like, it was kind of like I got to that point where, what's happening? Like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, what's going on with me? I don't know, you know. But then after like seconds ago, like literally seconds ago by, I'm starting to see, okay, we've got a problem here. I'm like, like, it's not even funny. So I ran to my window here. Oh my God, I'm like panicking again. So I went to the window and I'm like, let me put this down. So like the screen's there and I'm like this, trying to blow, like breathe in the air. Like, I couldn't even believe it. Like, I was panicking, and now like it wasn't even working. Like, I felt like it wasn't working, and like the smoke was coming out. I don't know. And I left the microwave door open, and so all the smoke is continuously coming out, right? And I'm like, Demetrius, that's my son. Demetrius, emergency! I screamed out on top of my lungs, right? And he came out here and he saw all this smoke and he ran to the back of my in the back of my apartment. You know, we have a good decent sized apartment, right? So I'm like panicking, thinking about it, and I had ran back to the living room window. I'm like, right, like I seriously wasn't. And that's when my son, he called me. He was like, "Mom, come in the back room, come in the room." I don't even know why, because we barely ever get. I know that we live in a high rise, but we barely ever get any breeze half of the time. The majority of the time, no breeze, unless we're having like serious storm outside, like barely any breeze. For some reason, like the wind was, which was awesome, because I was like trying to like air out my lungs, like trying to grab on everything. It was crazy. Oh, yo, I almost died or went brain dead because like I wasn't getting any oxygen to my brain. Death by a potato. Almost, guys, like, not cool. Not cool. So, anyways, I need to calm down for that one. Let me go out with myself. I feel like I'm like extra breathing now because I'm just panicking from remembering all that. Not cool. Alright. And I shouldn't be smoking. This is not bad for your lungs, actually. So, this reminds me that experience that happened to me, it totally reminded me about, dude, I am one friggin' lucky woman, let me tell you, because like, this is not even all of it, but this is like me remembering. I'm like, damn, I'm like going back, remembering all the times that I almost died, like seriously almost died, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna tell these people just quickly, because it's not like really long stories, but that potato thing, I have to let you know in full detail, because like it was crazy, and it happened to me seriously like a week ago. It was not even cool. So the first one was potato death, like, you know. Okay, so I remember, like, this was centuries ago, like, not even joking. Well, obviously I am joking, because it can't be centuries ago. I was super hyper, because like after I'm thinking about that, I'm like, oh, that was like really. Okay, so when my oldest son, he was younger, And so we took like a 2 hour tour out to George's Island, right? So it's like across the ocean, and it took us a while to get there. But anyways, long story short, now there's no signs anywhere like careful of your footing, like don't, you know, you would think that it would be like fenced off, like the cliff, you know what I mean? So we're walking and it's like tons of green grass, like these are long like grass that you find at the beach, like long rolling grass, right? So you can't really see like the ground and everything. You can't tell where's the cliff, where the cliff end and is, and then where you can walk, okay? So, oh my God. So first of all, my son almost fell, right? So thank God I have, by the way, I think that my reflexes are like superpowers. I tell my son like, I tell my son that all the time. I'm like, yo, my reflexes are like superpowers. They're really great. I rely on my reflex, you know. So anyway, my son, I saw him like the corner of my eye drop down, and I grabbed him. Like I grabbed him. But then I went to step forward to like get my finding, and I almost fell like off the cliff. Now these cliffs are no joke. Like this is like super high, as high as like I don't know, four stories. I have no idea how to measure it, but it was like super high. Like if I fell, I would have like either been dead or seriously hurt, and both of us, my son and I. So that was like another time that I almost bit the dust. Another time that happened, this was way even before that. I had no children at this time. I was a teenager. I was a part of this program called the Outward Bound program. So it was for like inner urban city, so kids can have like different experiences, stuff like that, out in the country, you know. So I was a part of that, and I was a part of my high school, okay? It's also good for like to build confidence, you know, and stuff like that, and just be more worldly experiences. Like even one where we had to like, by the way, I didn't go to that one because I was just like, that's a little bit too much. But they wanted me to stay in a shelter. Like our group is going to actually sleep in a homeless shelter for that experience. So it was that kind of thing. But anyways, this was one of the funner ones. So we went out to Vermont, Vermont on the East Coast here, and yeah, it was super cool. Like it would snow at night, but like during the daytime, it was like, it felt like it's almost summery. Like yeah. But anyways, we were free. What do you call it? Like free climbing. So like you can actually wear a harness and stuff like that. You wear a harness, but the thing is that so long ago, but like there's like these things that you put on, but usually there's like a person on top, and they'll like shimmer you down or help you up, you know what I mean, up the side of the mountain, okay? But this, like, it was like I remember like we had to swing from one side to a big patch of rock. We had to swing, like seriously huge side, like for real. We had to swing from one side of that point all the way off to the other side, right? By like clicking onto, I don't know, like something up there. I don't know what it was. Totally freaky, because it was not like, I don't know, it was like really scary. But anyways, the point is that like we had to go, this mountain was no joke. And being teenagers, we were goofing off, like we weren't taking this like too seriously, you know what I mean? And I think I was chasing after like a friend of mine. We were like clearly like on the top of the mountain, right? Like almost to the top. And there was like this patch. It was like a patch of dirt, and it looked like, you know, like to me, I'm not a mountain climber, so a trail of dirt to me is like a road, but it's not like a little lane. But I don't know, I just didn't think. So I'm running and running and running, right? And then all of a sudden I saw I don't know, something just told me to stop. And so when I did stop, I'm still skidding because it's like I'm skidding on the pebbles, right? And I'm skidding for quite some time. Like I feel like I don't know how long. But I almost fell off top of the mountain. If I didn't, like, seriously, 1 inch further, like, it's kind of like, you know how like you like, whoa, 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 trying to stop yourself from falling over? I would have fallen off that. Now that was even higher than the other 4-story that I told you about. Like, it was I was like, get me down. How do we get off this mountain? This is not safe. How do I get down? Like, from that point, I was just like, hell no. Hell no. No. I think that's where I got my fear of heights. My fear of heights is not nutcase, like, you know, like for some, but like, definitely not like free, like I won't climb a ladder or nothing, hell no. Okay, so another time this is like another time I got so sick. I was like sick for about 2 months. I got the N1H1 flu. Oh my god, so it just came here. People are like, oh, you didn't have the N1H1 flu. Bitch, back up, because yes I did. Like some people, you know, and also when you go through something so drastic and scary, and then somebody tells you like, oh, you probably just had a regular flu. Like, nah, bitch, like, get out of here. No, I almost died. Let me tell you, I don't know if you've ever had a near-death experience, but you know when you're being dramatic, or when it's time to say goodbye. Like, my fever, my ex was taking care of me at that time, right? And the ambulance was actually called for me, but like, the ambulances were such assholes. They were like, so many people are sick at this time. Would you really want us to bring you in? Because there's not much we can help you. You know, like, and then also I'm like, oh, I'm like not a hospital person. Like, I am not a hospital person. Like, it's just, you know. So I'm like, no, I'll just stay in here. But like, I was like, get me my, I had like a book of these prayers and people, like, deities I used to like, you know, pray to. I'm like, get me my book of prayers right now, because I'm about to leave this world and I need to go out this world praying, you know. I'm like kind of laughing right now, but I'm not joking. Like, it was like, I had like, my temperature must have been like 104, like, yeah, like, when you're there, bye-bye, like, it's not even cute. I almost lost it, like, I almost lost my life. Okay, so luckily, like, my ex, like, kept on bringing cold cloths, put me in, like, ice water to break the fever, put rubbing alcohol all over me, you know, old wives' tales, like, how they tell you to, like, do this, do that, like, my ex was doing everything and anything to, like, break my fever, and including praying for me. Like, when people pray for you, like, you know, like, you're leaving, like, it's a done deal, you're leaving, get prepared, like, you know, even my ex knew, like, this is not good, you know, and I was like that as well, but thank God my fever broke. It broke. I don't even, seriously, I must have like blacked out for like, I don't know, like I think either from fear or something, I don't know, but that big, like a big chunk of after that, I don't even know how my fever broke or anything. Maybe I fell asleep or passed out even. But then I woke up and my fever had broke. So yeah, that was another time that I almost bit the dust. Oh, this was when I was a little girl. Yeah. All right. So my mom, obviously, she would go to work, and I would go to school, and then after school, my mom would still have to work, when I would be out of school. So she got a babysitter for me. And I fastly became friends with the twins. We call them the twins because they were twins. They were identical. One had, like, it was really funny. They looked just alike, but their colors were different. One had blonde hair, the other one had black hair, the other one had blue eyes, the other one had brown eyes. Like, it was funny because they just switched off from each other. It was kind of cute. But anyways, so I obviously made friends in the area. Like, I remember Lacey. And I can't remember the twins' name because I always just called them twins. Yeah, it looks like a bunch of kids. But anyway, one day we were all riding our bikes, which was like so stupid. It was like kind of like on a hill, and I didn't know how to ride a bike, and I remember that really quickly. So they were trying to teach me how to like ride a bike, and then I didn't know that they let go of the bike, and I'm like, I'm doing it, you know. And then I had looked back and I felt like I was picking up a lot of speed, and I'm like, how are they running so fast? So I looked out to the side, and then I realized they weren't there, so I fell out. Yeah, I had like a really bad, I hurt myself a lot. But anyways, there was this house down the street. It was actually a police officer's house. It was a police officer's house, but here's the craziest thing. They did not take care of their children. And I don't know if I should blame the father who was the policeman or the mom who stayed home with the kids. They were totally unruly. They were like the evilest kids. Like, oh my God, they were just so out of control. They were always dirty, like filthy, dirty looking. Their clothes were always just like, I don't know. They looked like they wore t-shirts and like boxers and stuff like that. Like, and their hair was wild. Yeah, like crazy, right? And anyway, so I guess they were out and running around the street. And we were riding our bikes that time. And one day, I don't know, that was like a really scary one, because it's like, whoa, here's this wild, evil kids that clearly they were either evil or they were just unruly kids, right? Who weren't being taken care of, so they were just, you know. But so he's running around my bicycle. I'm stalled on my bicycle, right? And these kids are like, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot you! I'm gonna shoot you!" And they're running around the thing. But then I started looking, and I'm like, holy fuckaroni. I didn't swear then, but I'm like, holy fuckaroni. It's a real gun. It's a real gun. Oh my God. At that point, I'm just like, the twins' brother, he was a teenager. Oh my God, like, yeah, this one's like totally like, oh my God, I'm starting to getting a little panicky, like telling the story. Like, the twins' brother came by and he ran up the street. He didn't say anything to me. He didn't say anything to the twins. And I think, not the twins, those run amok kids that had the gun, right? I think he didn't want to say anything to them because it would have just been like, oh, I'll shoot you then, I'll shoot you. So he went right by me and he went into the house, right? And he, I guess he got his parents. And at that point, I don't know if the twins' parents called the police officer's mother, kids, whatever. But everybody came out, and the mom who owned those crazy kids were like, get back in this house right now! Give me that! Joseph, you better give that to me right now! You better give, like, I can remember saying like that, and my heart's like, ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, it was not even kill. I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah, so they had their father's gun, because like I said, they had their father's gun, yeah, because he was a police officer. So I guess he kept guns in the house. And if I pissed off those kids, like calling them names, like get the fuck out of here, whatever. Like I said, I didn't swear at that time. But I'm like, oh, get out of here. That's not even a real gun. Like being stupid, they would have been, oh, it's not a real gun. Bam, and they would have shot me dead. That was like another time I almost like. Yeah, I have like a bunch of more stories where I almost like. But this video is going on a little bit way too long. But yeah, so like the potato, death by a potato. I don't know what I'm gonna call this video, but it reminded me of all the times where I was just like, holy crap, I almost died like a lot of times. I'm sure that there's more. I'm sure I'm gonna like finish this video and remember like the big one. I don't know. All those were like really bad, but like, yeah. Alright, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the story time. But yeah, total scary. So, please, you guys, do not put chili powder or paprika or any of that in the microwave, because if it gets too hot, like it carries on the air. I don't know if it was because it was the dry herbs and like it was catching on fire. I don't know what happened. Or like it doesn't matter if it's like wet, like, you know what I mean, like if it's in a meal with rice and seasoned and stuff like that. I guess it might be different. But like, do not put any dry herbs in the microwave, because it will get smoky and it will become toxic to you. Like it will get into your lungs and you will be like the same way I was, like like not even joking. Even my son was like, my son was home, kind of thank God and thank not God, because like, but he was smart. He went into the back, like, you know, I think that it's good that he was here, because I guess when shit hits the fan, I don't have a brain. I can't think clearly. But he was like, Mom, come in the back. Like, what? You know, like basically, get away from the smoke. Get away from the smoke. Like, yeah, please learn from that. So the funny thing is that, so I'm all over the internet with all the videos where it says like, oh, you can make potato chips at home in the microwave. Yeah, bitches, like, do it in a deep fryer, but do not put it in the microwave, because you will get your breath taken away. And not because it's so delicious either. Okay, so, mwah, mwah, love everybody, and I'm going to see you next time. Okay, bye.